Deeply impressive verbal flow. I watched a goofy movie a few days ago. One person's skill was being able to come up with rhyming verbal smackdowns. Kind of like a one-way rap battle. Her character was the archetype of somebody who doesn't have book smarts, but instead has very valuable street smarts. And in one of the scenes, she was describing her unique skill, and the other guy didn't believe her. So she challenged him to give her any word as a seed. He came up with an obscure word, and then she went off, on the spot, coming up with a perfectly calibrated poem that had the perfect number of syllables per line, rhyming patterns, etc. This, of course, demonstrated her intelligence, her resourcefulness, and earned the respect of the other character. She was a kid, and the other character was a much more authoritative good guy type. Of course, this was a movie, and that spontaneous rap rhyme she came up with was probably written and rewritten a bunch of times by professional writers. And the actor playing the kid had no doubt practiced the line a bunch of times as well. A different but similar idea also shows up. One character will say something important to another character. When they're finished, the other character will look at them and say, "Did you rehearse that?" Which kind of implies that in the moment, well-spoken ideas, usually to persuade somebody to do something, are very, very hard. So when a character does let loose with a moving speech, even the movie characters realize it's been rehearsed. Which means if you can do this in real life, they will be very, very impressed. But in the movies, these kinds of things are very contextual. They even show people practicing these kinds of speeches in the mirror, which is a very, very good idea. If you want to get an outcome and that requires talking to somebody and getting their participation, then practice is a very good idea. But what about those spontaneous situations? How can you practice those? Think of the art of verbal smackdowns or spontaneous verbal rhymes very much like martial arts. But since fighting is something that is physical and we all have plenty of experience practicing physical things, that seems normal. Practicing punching and blocking until they are unconscious. So if you ever need them in an evolving situation like a tournament or an actual fight, you will flow with your blocks and punches much more effectively. And you can absolutely do this with your words. You can do drills that will enhance your in-the-moment flow of ideas. And since very few people ever think about this stuff outside of the movies, you will stand out like a true star. To learn how, visit mindpersuasion.com/verbal-flow.